Fantastic Thursday wherever you are. We need 21 different blades. Good call. All right, so Pridemate Aggro. So what does Pridemate refer to? It refers to this card, Ajani's Pridemate, which is a 2/2 for 2. Whenever you gain life, you get to put a 1/1 counter on this Ajani's Pridemate. And then we have Ajani, Strength of the Pride, which down ticks for 2 to make a token that is a copy of Ajani's Pridemate. Now, how do we gain life to trigger these things? We've got a few different ways. We've got Healer's Hawk with lifelink. We've got Legion's Landing, which makes a lifelink token. We've got Leonin Vanguard, which gains us life if we have 3 or more creatures. We also have Gideon Blackblade, which can give a creature lifelink. And then Ajani, Strength of the Pride himself is also self-enabling because his +1 lets you gain life. So this is very close to the other white aggressive decks we've seen in the format since rotation happened. So the core of this deck is very reasonable, I'm sure. Let's see how the Pridemate package specifically feels along with that Ajani. Now we're gonna play 21 lands. I'm a big fan of casting my spells. If there's one piece of advice I can bestow upon new Magic players, it should be play more lands. Play more lands. Mobilized District could be interesting. I could see that card being okay. We could sneak that into the 21st land. Head off today, so I had time for my monthly check-in. Thanks for the 15 months, Takio. Hope life's treating you well. This hand desperately wants to draw lands 3 and 4 on time. If we do that, we should be in a pretty good spot. If we miss, hopefully we miss while drawing 1 and 2 drops. I actually am going to be playing on Saturday this week, though, Huns. Because I had Monday off and then half a Tuesday off because Wizards of the Coast couldn't release software properly. I plan to be playing on Saturday. Da Shredder, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Hope your Thursday's treating you well. Welcome. New subs, remember later today after it's had time to sync, be sure to pop into the subscriber Discord. Always lots of talk about Magic and other wonderful things there. Land. That is not the land I wanted for Christmas. It is, however, a castable spell, which this Leonin Vanguard is going to trigger, which then triggers my Pridemate. So he's going to start get all growed up here. Yes, that is correct, Dirty Digit. So every once per hour, the server syncs with my subscriber list, and then if you are not subscribed, that ends up booting you out after a certain grace period. I think it gives you a week, so that way you don't have to resubscribe like right away, right on the day, in case you can't get on a particular day. But there's a 7-day window where it boots you out if you're no longer subbed. I think we're just putting this on the Pridemate. So this triggers the Pridemate again. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with this. Because if they want to double block, I can sack this to keep it alive. So this attack basically gives me the option to trade the Dauntless Bodyguard for one of their creatures. I think this matchup is hard. I think when I have a bunch of spells in my hand, I can't cast this matchup as hard. But I would bet from a pure racing perspective, our deck's probably more linear than theirs is on average.
I'm impressed. I benefit from another's success.
Legion's Landing, eh? That gives me a 3rd land in a roundabout way. This makes a 1/1 when it comes into play, and then we attack with 3 creatures. It goes ahead and flips over for us. So yeah, I think I'm just sending in the goons here. So this I can pay life to keep alive. And this one I'll just throw away to flip this over. Back from 5 Utah National Parks, less sun and canyons, more magic. What's going on, Deer Hulk? Thanks for the half a year. I appreciate it. Yeah, I agree. I also really wish I could define like a default card back. Wonder if they have an unsummon here. God's willing. It's a sweet one. So these'll bounce, this'll die. I got to flip this though, which that flip might be too little too late at this point. Our opponents like get their boards getting wide to the point where they can like afford to be pressuring us while simultaneously holding on defense. This is not a good scene. Oh yeah, we're definitely not beating the Angel at this point. Yikes. Yeah, the blue-white Flyers deck seems really sweet. Yeah, Blackblade on Pridemate is a good amount of life swing.
Banish evil from this plane. I believe in you, friend.
Wonder if we'll see them double block the Pridemate. The problem here is, like, they'll double block the Pridemate. And then, like... Ceratops read, your deck loses. Why can't you just race? Is there a reason you can't just race the Ceratops? Like, fly over the top? I'm up to 15. I'm still dead, though, right? This is 9. Yeah, we're super dead. Yeah, and that was a great first game after people in chat were like, you don't need the 21st land. You need the 21st land, chat. In fact, I've got a 22nd land in the sideboard for when I board up even higher. Let's get some Conclave Tribunals in here and some Baffling Ends. I think I'm probably going to trim this Gideon Blackblade because I think I have a hard time protecting him from their flying threats. Honestly, Ajani Strength of the Pride's probably the same. I probably just want to trim those more expensive cards that I have to be blocking to protect and like bring in some more removal. Just be closer to like traditional Pridemate aggro. I have no idea, King. I would kind of be surprised if specifically Spirits was competitive in Standard, but a blue-white flying deck generically is probably fine. Settle the Wreckage sounds incredibly bad against my opponent's deck that's very likely playing the card Siren Stormtamer. Siren Stormtamer counter, Settle the Wreckage. Well, that was not the land I wanted for Christmas. Here to show support from YouTube. Keep up the great content. Thanks, Tagal. I appreciate the Prime support. Twitch Prime pays my mortgage these days, so thanks for keeping me around. How was Green White? It was a lot of fun. I'm gonna play this because it doesn't get spell pierced. I don't think we're guaranteed dead. The curve on our hand's pretty low. Like, I'm gonna get to turn this into a land again, so... Yeah, I understand why they don't let people auto-renew Prime, but months like June definitely make me wish that it did auto-renew. I think June... And it was funny, Savit had tweeted that June's like a historically low month for Twitch viewership, I guess, because he's been doing this for forever. This is only my second year full-time. Silly people all go outside during June. It's nonsense.
Let's add this back. Fired by a good assault.
I'd assume July was the same. Yeah, maybe. For Magic, at least, July probably won't be too bad just because it's a set release month. Like, June was especially bad for Magic because the last month before a set releases is always kind of bad.
results are an anomaly.
We built our second land. This card seems really sweet. It's like 7 mana exile a thing too. Just like gives you relevant bodies if you want them, and then can also exile stuff. Do I just Pridemate here? I think I just Pridemate. Then I'm gonna go ahead and attack with this 1/1 because it gives my Pridemate +1/+1 as well. Hey, Silas, thank you for the very generous sub gifties. Hope your Thursday's treating you well. Be sure to take a peek at the deck queue and let me know if there's something in there you'd like to bump up with that. Wonderful CM exchange the Hanged Executioner here. It's fine. Would love to draw a land so that way I can drop this History of Benalia. If we hit the land for the history, we could end up in a good spot. We're still kind of okay regardless, I guess, right? Like they're down to 2 cards. If they don't hit their big flying angel, we're gonna be fine. Another executioner, yep. Yeah, definitely. Can you mention in the comment of your submission, Silas, that you gifted a bunch of subs for it? Just so I remember. Usually can't drop in for the live one, so thanks for keeping the YouTube organized. Thanks for the 12 months, I appreciate it. You brought me pizza! Thank you, children. Are you super charged up because it's not a school day? Well, our good attacks no longer exist. I guess we can Conclave Tribunal this. My children are loud. For those of you that are new to the channel, that's Jacob and Declan and my wife who came in with them. And yeah, they both got an incredible amount of hair. They brought me. I forgot. I have a fridge in my office now, but I forgot to. We had Blaze Pizza for dinner last night. I kept the second half for lunch today. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the microwave real quick. We do have a wife emote. Jacob is 5. He starts kindergarten in the fall, which is terrifying. And Declan is 4. Her sleeves are pretty. You know, I am reheating pizza in the oven. It's a microwave oven. Come on now. Don't you know how anything works? All right, so I think I want to drop this other Legion's Landing. The Legion's Landing is technically free because it's going to flip over into another land, which is nice. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Hanged Executioner exile something this turn after I pay some life for it. If they do that, it gives me a window to Baffling End this, which is nice. Yeah, Blaze is a chain cheddar. It's like Blaze is to pizza as Chipotle is to burritos in the US. And like as a lazy millennial, I eat out quite frequently. Most of the extent of my cooking capacity is like the extent of my cooking capacity is is using a microwave pretty much. Yeah, I agree, Zugwa. Nexus definitely has an inflated win rate on the ladder because people hate it. Rainer, thank you for the tier 2 sub. I appreciate that. Be sure to take a peek at the deck queue and let me know if there's something there you'd like to bump up as a thank you for that extra sub level. Yeah, I don't mind cooking. It's just like, take for example the last couple of weeks where I like wasn't streaming a lot. So like on the weeks where I don't stream a lot, I stream for 30 to 35 hours, which means I work for 40 to 45 hours, sometimes even 50 hours if there's a lot of off-stream stuff I'm doing, like depends on other stuff I'm coordinating. And like weeks like this where I stream for 50 hours, I work for 60, 65, so there's just like not a lot of time to cook. If this ever stopped being a full-time job and a half, I would probably take the effort to learn to cook, but as long as this pays me dollars, I don't think that's a skill I'm going to acquire. When I don't eat out, it's like frozen meals or just like easy like sandwiches, stuff like that.
I assist those humbled by the pursuit of knowledge. your temper.
I think I want to exile this. I want to go landing Tribunal. Because next turn, that gets to make a 4/4 and like leave a Planeswalker behind.
I cannot bear to
So this advances my board a little bit and reduces their board state, which is nice. Alright. So they haven't shown me Spell Pierce, but they showed me Veto. So I'm gonna play this, not playing around Spell Pierce, but playing around Veto. I'm fine with this trade here. This trade means I don't get to flip Legion's Landing next turn, but it means they also can't start activating this to draw cards, which is nice. Opponent's almost out of resources, and I ideally like to keep them that way. Hey, thanks for the 15 months, Wax Paper. I appreciate that. Feel like we're ahead at the moment. Like, my opponent's drawing 2 cards a turn with this Curious Obsession, but we've got way more pressure on board. And like, by the time this allows them to catch up, we'll probably have run them down. Yeah, ain't nobody got time to play around Settle the Wreckage. Hey, what's going on, Nivik? Yeah, I started extra early today, so I'm not sure what time I'm gonna be able to stream till. Probably at least 4 or 5 o'clock. We'll see. Most 4th of July things don't start until after it gets dark anyway, so you can't see fireworks till then. Declan came home from school yesterday, and he was like, tomorrow's fireworks day. We could go see fireworks somewhere, or we could get fireworks for our own house. And I was just like, nope, we could go somewhere, child. Why do people say the 4th of July and not July the 4th since the date? Because nobody pays attention to stuff like that. What's our date system? Ain't nobody got a clue. Smells like feather. Yeah, the Lotus Field build-around was the Grawl deck from yesterday, Nivik. That's up on YouTube. Well, you gotta remember, school is daycare for my children, because Christy also works full-time. So daycares also do they have a preschool program where they do school-adjacent things. Man, we're dead. Feels dead, man. I came back and we had died. Yikes. It's unfortunate that we keep running into the aggressive matchup, so I can't really use Ajani, Caller of the Pride. I basically just want to be an aggro deck with some removal spells in it. We're still leveraging Ajani's Pridemate though, which is nice, but the Planeswalkers that we don't have fantastic tools for protecting are definitely not good here. Apologies to everybody at home that just checked their own microwave. Well, I mean, this is another hand that's great if we hit a second land on 2. It's passable even if we don't, so I think it's a keeper. So scale of 1 to dead, I assume this is firmly on the dead side of the scale. Yeah, the only actual fast food place that I eat with on the regular is Taco Bell. And that's mostly because Christy's addicted to Taco Bell. I think I just do this. They shocked this in, so I assume this is getting shocked. Hey, technically, and what's going on, technically? Thanks for the 2-1-3 sub. I appreciate that. And Draken with the brand new Prime Support. Welcome, folks. Once every 6 months. Taco Bell's like a weekly occurrence in the Hoagland household. And following the stream for a while, I love the way you explain the things you play. Well, thanks for the support, Trekken. I appreciate you keeping me around. You know, whenever we bring up Taco Bell, people always do things like call Taco Bell the worst. But as a vegetarian, Taco Bell is the single best fast food place to eat. You can eat anything on the Taco Bell menu as a vegetarian, because you can replace the meat with beans on it, The world is your oyster at Taco Bell as a vegetarian. Taco Bell oyster. That's true. I don't think I'd trust an oyster from Taco Bell though. That's a fair assessment. Would not trust a Taco Bell oyster. Man, we're gonna get God's willing to just like hit ourselves here. Don't do it. Don't do it to me. Don't play the good card. All right, that turned out better than expected. Yep. God's Willing's always been good. I think God's Willing was good last time I was in Standard too. It's just a good magic card. Don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Do. For people that are joining us that haven't been by in the last day or so, this is Buddy over here. It's our cat. The cat's name is Buddy because we got this instead of a friends list. It seemed only fitting. So if you randomly hear a cat on stream, it's not your cat. It's not my cat. It's Buddy right here on the channel. Did you just say, Buddy's not my cat, it's the stream's cat, okay? No, I don't have any animals. My wife has many lovely features, but affinity for animals is not one of them. She is not a fan of hair in her house. Have you looked at your kids? Yeah, their hair doesn't fall out as consistently as an animal. Listen, I grew up with cats, dogs, rabbits, chinchillas, frogs, snakes. We had an entire zoo at my parents' house growing up. I know the smorgasbord on animals, okay? I know which ones have plenty of hair and which ones don't. That's not bad. To go ahead and let the 10th district know that the Conclave is not pleased with them. I mean, I think it's arguable that digital magic has never been about human interaction. Like, human interaction and like the social aspect is what's powered Paper Magic the Gathering and what will continue to power Paper Magic the Gathering for like the next 25 years, but like Digital magic's always been about like efficiency and speed over those social interactions. Yeah, this is good, right? Healer's Hawk into Pridemate's like a good curve. We got a removal spell. If they don't give us something to remove, we get to go 1, 2, 3. I think I'd rather play this on one. Maybe. I had those like, which of these would I rather have die? I think I'd rather this one die, but it's close. I can see, is that someone who's played this archetype more told me that I'd rather have this one die, I'd believe you. You see, MTGO there in chat talking about some limited, some sealed. We're gonna be doing some drafts on stream next week, which I know is a break from the norm. On Monday, we're gonna be having one of my Tempo Storm teammates, MTG Nerd Girl, Discording in to help me do a couple of drafts to learn the format a little bit, and then on Wednesday, her and I are gonna be playing in the Twitch Rivals draft tournament. So normally that's not something I would do, but I was offered dollary dues. It's like I think it's like a $25,000 prize pool for like 20 teams of 2. So like as far as like Magic tournaments are concerned, the player to dollars ratio there is pretty good. Yeah, hopefully the card tracker will be functional by next week. Will you attend an Underlord tournament if there is one? If I'm invited. Let's get this 10th District Legionnaire out of here, huh? It's a pretty good turn. Deploy the second history, get to play the Conclave Tribunal. My office is so hot right now, my boss let me come home. Gross. Hey, Solaris. Thank you for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And Kragan, thank you for the 5 months. Hope you're doing a good one. The auto tapper doesn't convoke, no. Just in case. It doesn't, even if it's all your creatures, it just doesn't assume, which is fine. If you played Drake Seth, I have no idea what that is. So I'm gonna go with no. Man, this is gonna be a big hit this turn, huh? It's an attack for 13 plus trigger my Pridemate. Oh, did they? Maybe they did. I wasn't paying attention. The button in the bottom right might, actually. And this is going to pop off next turn, too. I played a good bit of Naya Feather last season, and the white aggro matchup always felt like it was kind of hard. So I'm not surprised to see them losing. I'm not surprised that we're ahead here. Yep. I don't think they can burn us out from 8 with 3 cards and only 3 mana. Yep. Yeah, that real wet heat in the Midwest is really gross. We've had some actual 90s, feels like much more a couple of days now too. Oh, it's not Fahrenheit, it's freedom units. Get it right. I could die if I don't block, so I'm gonna block. I look like I've lost weight. I don't own a scale, so I can't confirm or deny that. Solid overblock there. Gosh, are we gonna... If we keep running good, if we keep running well with this, and we run well with Black White Knights, we might hit Mythic in a day and a half. Yeah, the camera's shaving off the pounds. The glasses are slimming, that's it. Jeff loves the USA. Oh God, I forget when there was some. It was one of the alt-right newscaster nut jobs that was talking about how the metric system was like evil and against American democracy or something like that. I was like, oh good lord, just like could feel myself losing brain cells. So this is evasive, but this is just the better card, right? Was it Hannity? Yeah, that sounds right. If they just have any creature, I'm much better off having Healer's Hawk here. I think I'm supposed to keep the Hawk on the play. We played blue-white in Modern. I don't think we played blue-white since that set dropped. Yes, this is the new mulligan, and it is amazing. That's not the land I wanted for Christmas, but like as far as non-land draws go there, that one's definitely towards the top. All right. Looks like something similar to the green black rock deck we played the other day. Rude. Hey, thanks for the 5 months, Forget Freeman. So that's an interesting attack there. So that attack says they think dealing 2 points of damage to me is more valuable than them having 2 less points of life, which maybe it is. They might be in a position to race us here. Yep. That's a big boy. Well, these can't attack it anyways, right? So I might as well trade one for a 2/3. It kind of blown out by a cast down there, but I think that's okay. Mono blue's probably fine. Just follow your heart. Follow the yellow brick road. We are very dead right now. Called the metric system creepy and weird. You think he's projecting? I feel like Tucker calling the metric system creepy and weird is him projecting. All right, so I can throw one of these away to deal 2 extra points of damage here. And that would put them to 7, which still doesn't leave us in a very good spot, huh? I think we're dead no matter how we slice this. I'm kind of sad that we're 3 for 3 on playing against aggressive decks. It means these planeswalkers are just not good. Honor Guard doesn't really do much to them, right? What's going on, Pokey? If you look at your Twitch notifications on your desktop computer, you should be able to see who gifted you the sub. We'll have a list there in the top right-hand corner of the screen. All right, let's turn it around. I think we've lost both game 1 so far with this deck, and then 1 games 2 and 3, so. This hand's like very good if we hit a land, huh? Hey, Gunslinger, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic 4th of July. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. Basic planes. That is what I wanted to draw. Basic planes. The metric system is a tool of the devil. In my day, my car got 50 rods to the hogshead, and that's the way I like it. God bless us, everyone. I think we've flipped Legion's Landing to have our second land drop more times than we've played a second land on 2 in this set of matches. All right, so you're saying there's a chance. Take a chance on me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Holy crap, they gave me a land. I take back all those bad things I ever said about you, opponent. I mean, I think we're actually ahead here, right? Right? I'm pretty sure at the moment we're winning. Like, especially with Pridemate in my hand. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. You think you're way further ahead than you are? It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. Flippity-doo-dah-day. And then, I think I just put this on Pridemate, huh? I should be mulliganing more aggressively. Nah, you crazy. In fact, I think this game's a good example of, like, why my keep was good. Like, again, you want to ask yourself how good is your hand once you hit? And this hand was, like, good enough once we hit that we were able to brick for a turn and still be fine. Gain 5 here. I'll attack them for a bunch on the backswing. Like, unless they go land finality next turn, we're in, like, an incredible spot. In fact, I think we're in such a good spot, we just pass because this plays around land finality. Actually, that's not true, level 6/6. Both the hands we've kept and been stuck on one land, have been fine. As far as keepable hands are concerned, they are more than keepable. Oh, it kills them to their trigger. Yeah, it totally does. That is a good call. Wasn't thinking about the old Reaper. See, I don't fear the Reaper, so I just don't even think about it. Where's the M20 jank at? So it could be because people are burned out on standard. It could be because people are on vacations, but this set release was the least amount of deck submissions I've had for any major set release for Magic since I started streaming a year and a half ago. We still had a good number of them, but like compared to the other ones, I'm not overwhelmed at the moment. We've not cast the new Ajanis. We're 3 for 3 on playing against other aggressive decks, and That card is not good against other aggressive decks. So we've been boarding them out. I don't think I want to lead. I don't think I want a Conclave Tribunal here. If they want to keep paying 3 to have this happen, that's fine. Yeah, that's true, Skogel. The deeper the card pool, the less likely a change is to occur. That's definitely true. I mean, I don't think it's fair to blame core set so much as we're adding an 8th set to a 7-set standard format. I think that has more to do with it than anything. Wow, the fact they keep attacking with us is so aggressive. I am like, they're not racing my lifelink tokens. Yeah, I agree with that, Turkin. Generally speaking, mulliganing aggressively is not ideal with a strategy like this. Adanto, the first fort, showing us how strong its back is and picking this game up and carrying it. Oh no, I just clicked through that. Yikes. I was talking and not paying attention. What's going on, Dober? I think that's a part of it, honestly, Juju. I think there are a number of people who would otherwise be into the set release that have been like picked up TFT and Underlords. I didn't play the landing before Tribunal because I have enough lands that I can set up double activating my Legion's landings next turn. If I wanted to. Which I don't think I do. My opponent should be one lower and I should have one more Vampire, which is unfortunate. Who's hosting the draft tournament? Twitch is. That's why I got invited. Twitch invites me to their stuff because they understand what my metrics look like. No, still a lot of frame rate lag compared to previous. I've not seen the Underlords update yet. What did they do with Shamans? They were rebalancing Shamans, right? The Shaman item is a 17% proc. That's a big increase. All right, there's the Reaper. Disruptor is Brawny Shaman Warlock now. That's exciting. Wow, that unit got much better. Yeah, my current office is not soundproof. Hopefully at some point in the future I will have a soundproof office, but for now I do not. I think that was a Jake squeal. This is a free attack, right? That screaming sound was Twitch chat with Just Melina got streamed, basically. Are they dead? They're pretty close to dead, right? They go block, 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 and then they lose 1 from this, and then they take 6. Yeah, we can 2-turn them, right? I think it's right to do that. So activate this in response. Hey, puppy, thanks for the 3 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. This will flip over. Get to keep the new one. Oh, this is gonna die too, right? Hey, Zoran. Thank you for the sub gifties. I appreciate that. Welcome to our new members of Hooglandia. Thanks for keeping me around here. Any cards you've been surprisingly impressed with? Omnath was better than I was expecting him to be. Like, he looked playable on the surface, but he seems really good. Lose streaking, interesting. So they're dead. Yeah, Risen Reef is great. I was kind of expecting Risen Reef to be good though, so I don't know that I'd classify that one as surprising. So we're 3-0 with this now, losing every game 1 and winning the postcard games. But again, that's kind of to be expected because, like, the way our main board's set up, it's a little bit better against mid-range and control, and we keep playing against aggro. Morning, Matto. All right, let's play one more with this, see if it can pull us up into Diamond 1. We can roll right along to some Black-White Knights. One of the sweet things about Underlords, people are talking about that. It's nice to see a company like actively managing the balance in their game based on what people are saying, as opposed to like being someone twiddling their thumbs, wondering if Teferi's ever gonna go away. Yeah, I mean it's as always, it's like really hard to say if like things are really shaken until we like see a couple of tournaments. The first SCG Open is usually the thing you want to look at. Is another feather deck, maybe? That is an excellent draw. Yeah, there was a balance patch for Underlords this morning. Or last night, one of the two.
Walk a righteous path. I will lend you my strength.
Amigo, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Is this a free game? Arena is free to install if you search Magic Arena. However, it does cost money to get, if you want to get cards quickly. It's very similar model to something like Hearthstone or other free to play card games. How was Blue Red's Wizards? It was fine actually. The unsummon was a heck of a boost to that deck. Our true strength lies in our friendships.
Share in my life.
This Pridemate's about to get huge. Someone who just DM'd me and asked where the deck list is posted, you can always find my deck list linked on my Stream Decker page. There should be a widget, or if you're on for the extensions for the stream, you can find it there. You can also go into the info section of my stream and click decks. You'll find a link to that. Gosh, are we gonna win a game 1? If we win game 1, does that mean we lose the match? Alright. Alright, we're gonna time that person out. Hopefully in the next 10 minutes they'll figure out how to both use Google and pull their finger off their caps lock key. Or their shift key or whatever. Yeah, the tapped Planeswalker's a weird look on the side here. I just exile this, right? Do I? Do I exile it? Or do I just give something lifelink? I think I attack with everything. And then post-combat, I can exile it. We finally got some Pridemates to pop off here. Yeah, I don't really want a God's Willing, right? I'm like, this is lethal and this is lethal. So I want to attack with 2 lethal threats here. And then if they somehow survive this combat step, we'll exile this post-combat. Oh no. I'm so confused, chat. I'm so confused, chat. We won game 1. I don't know what to do with my hands. It's the first time we've won a game 1. I'm just boarding the same way we've boarded every time. I don't know that, like, I necessarily want this to be my main deck configuration, but against aggro, I definitely want all of these, this, and this. Zero, Ajani, and swing for lethal. What does Ajani 0 do? Am I forgetting about a line of text on this card? If you have at least 15 life more than your starting life total, exile it and each artifact and creature your opponent controls. Oh, that's funny. Maybe that could have been okay. What are the Cavaliers in the sideboard for? So the Cavaliers and the extra planes in the sideboard are for the control matchup, I was thinking. Because it seems sweet. You can, like, pick back up History of Benalia, which is something that we're going to do in the next deck, too. The black-white Knights deck has History of Benalia and the White Cavalier, which seems absurd. The 10-ton hammer. Thank you for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Turn 4 killed your Nexus opponent. God bless. What do you think of Corpse Knight for Aristocrats? I think splashing white is not good. I think splashing white costs more than the benefit that you gain. It's the same reason we didn't play the white 2-drop that loses them a life when it dies last season. Alright, little Pridemate, I believe in you. Triggers. Rude. Well, there goes the neighborhood. So much for that plan. Hoping to rip a removal spell here. I guess we get to do this next turn. It's like not the worst. That's not bad. All right, I think we're pivoting to doing that. As we set this up this turn, and then next turn it makes a second creature, and we play out these 3, maybe a 4th if we draw another 1-mana creature, and the following turn this pops off, and we have a big attack set up. Poor little knight. Yeah, I agree. I think if you wanted to splash white into aristocrats, like splashing for Sorin might be okay. Vomit. Conclave Tribunal, please. Conclave Tribunal, please. Yikes. Yikes. Alright, so on a scale of 1 to dead, this is certainly dead to the shock. The good news is I have enough blockers to kill this inside of combat, I think. So we got that going for us. My sequencing here of doing this pre-combat is technically inoptimal, but ultimately it doesn't really matter. That is, I no longer have the ability to block this in the backswing. Now, like, we're, like, not super far behind, so, like, they're picking through our board here a little bit, but if I find a removal spell next turn, my Legion's landing probably means I'm ultimately still ahead. Assuming, if I hit a removal spell and I get to flip this, we're still in an okay-ish spot. And no attack with this, I believe, implies that they don't, especially if they're using shock here. Yeah, a couple people have said that naming a card interface has been real bad. That's pretty good. That explains why they left this back, because they want to protect Gideon.
Gods bless us in our righteous cause.
Our righteous cause. Hey, Courier. Thanks for the 2-month reset. Welcome back. Alright, so I think we spike this vampire into the garbage can in order to flip this Legion's landing over. So they'll get to eat this. This will go to 1. Their Dreadhorde Arcanist is gonna get to eat another creature next turn. But I'm gonna get to kill Gideon the turn after that, which is nice. Yep. That's pretty good. Despite all the rage, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. As someone will save what is lost can never be saved. Hey, what's going on, Pelly? Happy 4th. Hey, Princess Silver. Thanks for the 17 months. Hope your 4th is finding you well. Welcome back. Yep, I assume we're going to see Dreadhorde Arcanist flashback, a Reckless Rage here. Maybe a Defiant Strike. Now, I think you probably want to kill my stuff, right? I guess depending on how defensive they get here, this Gideon could survive the turn. Although I suppose they kill this. This only attacks for 1 in the air. I have to draw a live one to kill it. Should throw game 1. I mean, we're not out of this game yet. Even if we lose this one, we get to play a post-board game, right? Wait, they gave this vigilance? So that means, giving this vigilance means they're killing this probably, right? So they'll get to scry 1 twice. I guess giving it vigilance means the Gideon's alive on the backswing. That makes sense. If they don't have a card that targets in their hand, though, they're going to have to lose their 10th District Legionnaire. Oh yeah, I guess if they target this here, they I get to block and pay 4, and then this dies. All right, so we're taking 7 altogether here. And like even if I brick, like I have tools to pressure this, and even if I brick off this turn, I have Adanto to activate. And that's not really a terrible draw, right? Like that's a threat I get to deploy, a threat I get to deploy that also like lets me activate Adanto this turn. That is a really good one. They've scried top here. All right, and we're going to 6. Not winning this game without my squad.
You fight dirty.
Yep. That's gotta be the game, right? Like, this gets to flash it back and then rebuy it with Feather now? Oh. So, if I draw a removal spell, I'll be able to remove this, kill this, and then have blockers, potentially. Sunday tacos. In the meantime, if you're looking for sweet standard decks between when the standard deck page gets updated fully, you'll be able to, you can click videos favorites. You'll be able to find a bunch of my favorites there. Oh, crap. I should have blocked this. I forgot this prevents damage, so I didn't lifelink. If I would have blocked here, I'd have lifelinked one. That doesn't matter. We bricked. What are you, how are you doing, Joe? That is your PJ Masks toy. Are you being good today?
Yeah, do it. Oh, yeah. No, Owlet. I know Owlet.
It is Owlet, yep.
No, this.
I would love to play first. Yep. Maybe, will we finally draw our second land on turn 2, keeping 1 lander? That one was actually Jacob. Declan's more frequently around, but that was, they're both home today. Never ever lucky. That's fine, they have shock up anyways. All right. We have Ajani in the main deck, in this deck. There's a new 4-mana Ajani. And they have a land drop still. Yep. My Hawk dead as well. Yikes. Hoping to hit a land tier so we can go Legion's Landing plus Pridemate. But also unlock History. Alright, Baffling End's not a terrible draw. Take their threat away. As far as non-land draws go, that was towards the top. They scried something to the top here, so I'd be too surprised to see like Feather come down this turn. Big fat nothing. That bodes well for me. Hopefully whatever they put on top is just dead now that they don't have a creature. Speaking of dead, how's this Hawk? Sounds about right. Card or deck? I really like the new Nightpack Ambusher. We played Green-White Arcbow earlier today. I like bad cards that have flash. And thanks for the 5 months, Blitz Legend. And Burning Piggy, thank you for the 17. And just again to hammer home for people that aren't able to watch all 10 hours every day, I don't expect most people to. I tag my favorite decks every single day on my website and my YouTube channel. Very front page of my YouTube channel, there's a playlist with all my favorite decks in it from the day. And there's a page on my website under videos that you can find that as well. Thanks for the 7 months, Zero. Welcome back. Foil cards now make foil tokens, or full art. Full art cards make full art tokens. That's a good draw. Is this dead? They keep pausing. I feel like this Pridemate's probably dead. Another lightning strike here. Fry, yep. Opponent's flooding out here a little bit. Unless they have some kind of sweeper in their deck, which is unlikely, we should be good here. There is none of the sagas come in foil. The dumpster fire of the day. Yeah, if they're super short, if they're not about an hour, usually that means the deck was a dumpster fire. Anything close to reasonable, I play for at least an hour. Moving on up. So, short takeaway. Mono white aggro still great. Longer takeaway, the way this deck was constructed, it was not ideal against aggressive decks game one, and unfortunately both of these planeswalkers are just not good against other aggro decks. So we played 4 or 5 matches there, all against opposing aggressive decks, in which case we boarded in Baffling End and the Conclave Tribunal and the Settle the Wreckage. So unfortunately didn't really get a good feel of strength or bad from this card because of the matchups that we played. I would assume this card's kind of okay in the control and the mid-range matchups, but unfortunately we just didn't hit any of those. And then